Hello class 10. Today we are going to learn about house wiring, that is the ring system. So in a ring system, in a particular room of a house, a ring kind of structure is formed. This we can understand as the four walls of the room. The wire is connected this way. This is the live wire which is in red. Black represents the neutral and the green represents the earth wire. So in four walls this kind of ring structure is formed, okay, so that all the wires are forming the ring structure. And let's assume that the connection, the line from the mains gets connected this way, okay. So the live wire gets connected and this is the neutral wire. See over here there is a small, you know, uh, small curve formed over here. This curve represents that this wire is not connected with the live wire. It is crossing over the live wire and it's get connected to the neutral wire. Okay, similarly the green wire, the earth wire, is crossing over the red wire and also again crossing over the black wire, and it is connected with the neutral wire, sorry, the earth wire. Okay, so this loop over here, this small curve represents that the wire is crossing over that given wire. All right, so let's say these are the lines from the main source. Okay, so live wire, the neutral and the earth wire. So from the main source, that is coming from the meter, let's say, it forms a ring structure in the room. And from here we take different appliances. Let's say this is for the bulb connection, this one is for TV connection, okay, this one is for, let's say, fan connection, or this one is for a charging port, and this one goes to the other room. Okay, so this is how the ring structure, ring system of connection is made. So let's understand it in a better way. Okay, so here we have the ring structure. This one is the live wire, okay, and this is the neutral N. This is the neutral, it is connected out here, neutral, and the earth wire. All right, so it's crossing over the new live and the neutral wires, and this is the earthing. All right, so before the main connection enters a room, there is a fuse made connected over here, fuse kept, which is inside the main fuse box. The fuse is of 30 amperes, okay, and the fuse connects only the live wire. Okay, so on the live wire only the fuse is kept. Okay, there is no need for connecting a fuse in the neutral and earth wire because both of them are at 0 volts. All right, so the live wire passes through the entire room, through all the four walls, and also the neutral and the earth wire also just are run through in a similar way. Now from one of the socket, one of the point, let's say there is a need of lamp at this particular wall. Okay, lamp means a bulb. So over here a fuse is connected in series, okay, and from the fuse there is a switch, and after the switch is connected, then the lamp is connected, and this is the neutral wire which comes over here. They are connected in parallel, just remember. Okay, and from here there is a socket outlet, means charging point we can say. Over here from the live wire a fuse is connected, and from here another switch is connected, and which goes to the socket. Okay, and here the the neutral and the earth wire are also connected in a similar way. The upper terminal is for the earth wire, and this one is for the neutral. Okay, similarly from this side there is a fan connected. Okay, live wire passes through the fuse and the switch, and this is the resistance of the fan. Okay, this resistance means it's a controller of the fan which controls the speed of the fan. If you increase the resistance, then the speed of the fan will be less, and if you decrease the resistance, then the speed of the fan will be more, and it is again connected to the neutral wire over here. All right, And similarly, the other appliances also, maybe there's a TV or any other fridge or anything else, other appliances are also run in the same way, and this is the connection taken. So this is how we can understand that in a room a ring structure or ring system can be made so that it becomes effective, that all the appliances over here are connected in parallel with the mains directly, and all the appliances over here are getting the mains directly. Okay, they are not connected through different kind of distribution. All right, so let's see what are the advantages of the ring system. So here, this is the ring system. As I have already said, the current from mains can reach to an individual appliance. So over here, let's say there are different appliances out here, here and here. So all these appliances are getting directly the mains. Okay, so the current from mains can reach to an individual appliance through two separate paths. So you can see there are two separate paths, one going from the left and one going from the right, or we can say one going from this side and the other one going from this side. Okay, so thus each appliance gets connected to the mains more effectively. Why there will be an effective connection? Why? Because they are connected in such a way that the current is passing through in a loop. All right, so if the current is passing through in a loop, then the current can flow more effectively, and there will be less chances of getting the wires getting heated. So therefore the wire used does not require to be of high current carrying capacity. See, the wires which you will be using in the ring system does not need to be of high current carrying capacity. This means that if you use a less standard wire also, or the cheaper ones also, it will work more effectively, because the resistance over here will be less. Why it will be less? Because the current is getting diverted from both the sides, from both the paths, from here as well as from this side. Okay, so that's why the current carrying capacity will be higher only in this kind of formation. Therefore there is no need of high quality wires, so this reduces the cost of wiring considerably. So this is advantage number one. Next we have number two. Again, look at the figure, the same figure. Each appliance has a separate fuse. See over here, each appliances are being connected by the safety fuse. Okay, and they are separated. Okay, so what is the benefit of having separate fuses? Are, if suppose this fuse gets this fuse is damaged or burnt out because of high consumption of current by the lamp, then the others will work fine. Okay, so because of some fault, because if there is any fault, the fuse of one appliance will burn. Okay, and it does not affect the operation of the other appliances. The other appliances will run smoothly. If one of the fuse is damaged also, the other appliances does not have any disturbance, or it may work smoothly. Number three, all the plugs and sockets used should have its own fuse of rating suitable for the appliances to be connected with it. Like for example, over here we can see that all these fuses must be having their uh, own ratings, because if the fuse which we use in lamp and the fuse which we use in other appliances may be different. All right, so for different appliances, different kind of ratings of fuse may be there. So all these plugs and sockets used should have its own fuse of rating suitable for the appliances to be connected with it. And the fourth one is very important. While installing a new appliance in a room, a new line up to the distribution box is not required, but it can be directly connected to the ring circuit in that room. So if you need to install any new appliance and you need new connection to be made in that room, then there is no need to bring the entire wire from the distribution box. You can just take out from one of the corner of the room wherever you need to install that appliance. Okay, take out the connection from one of the point through that wall, and it can be done directly. Okay, So the care is taken that the total current drawn from the mains in the ring circuit does not exceed the rating of the main fuse, that is 30 ampere. So while installing the new while connecting the new wiring for the new um, appliance, you need to be careful that the overall total current drawn should not be more than 30 amperes, because initially you have kept over there, here you can see that there is a fuse of 30 amperes, so it should not be more than 30 amperes of current. All right, so this is number 4. Next, so all the electrical appliances are connected in parallel. This is very important. All the electrical appliances are connected in parallel, okay, with the mains. Okay, like in ring system, I have already said that they are connected in parallel. And in the live wire, a switch and a fuse is connected in series. See, a switch and fuse are connected in series before it is connected with the appliance. So here I can show you another example. So let's say there is a number 3 is the live wire which goes through a fuse and there is a switch applied. Okay, so from this wire, see over here, one of the switch operates with this bulb and the other one operates with this bulb. All right, so there is a fuse and there is a switch, and for number 1, the wire number 1 is the neutral wire which goes to the other side of the bulb in both the cases, both the bulbs, and both the bulbs are connected in parallel with this 1 and 3. Wire number 2 is the earth wire. All right, so a fuse is kept, a switch are connected. They are connected in series, a fuse and a switch, but the bulb, that the electrical appliance are connected, both the bulbs are connected in parallel. All right, here's another picture which shows that they are connected in parallel. See over here, the mains comes over here, okay, the live wire comes over here with the switch, okay, and the neutral wire again comes over here and gets connected with the bulb. So when the switch is on, the bulb will glow. Similarly, a socket outlet, okay, over here there is a earth wire also connected. Here this is the regulator of a fan, okay, the live wire goes through the regulator of a fan. If it is switched on, the fan will start moving and it's connected to the neutral wire. So all these are connections of parallel connections. All right, now if that is the use of parallel connection, then what are the disadvantages of connecting the appliances in series? What happens if you connect the appliances in series? Number 1, the voltage of the mains get divided in all the appliances connected in series. So if you are connecting any 2 or 3 appliances in series, then what will happen? The voltage will not be uniform. It will be divided in all these 3 appliances or 4 appliances, whatever number of appliances you are connecting in series. So each appliance cannot operate properly or smoothly. So for example, let's say over here there is a battery and the bulbs are connected in series. This is how the series connections are made, isn't it? So when the current flows through these bulbs, all right, since these bulbs are connected in series, and the voltage will not be same throughout, so these bulbs may not work properly. All right, so this is one of the disadvantage of the appliances when they are connected in series. Number 2, on connecting any appliance in series with another, the resistance increases and the current in the circuit will be reduced. So each appliance will get less power. Now see over here, since they are connected in series, as I've said, the resistance will increase, and when the resistance will increase, the amount of current which is flowing through the first bulb and the second and the third, all these will be different. Okay, so as the resistance increases, the current will also decrease. So when there is the decrease in current, so each appliance will get less power, so they will glow less brightly. All right, so that is disadvantage number 2. And the third one is, all appliances connected in series operates simultaneously. If any one is switched off or gets damaged, the circuit is open and no other appliance will operate. This means that if, let's say, this bulb gets damaged, okay, then the circuit is open. Open means now the circuit is not connected and it's not closed. So if this bulb is damaged, then the circuit will be broken up. Okay, so that means the circuit is open. Then there will be no flow of current. That means if this bulb gets damaged, the remaining two will not work. Or if the second one gets damaged, again the circuit is open, then again the first one and the third one will also not work. And if the third one gets damaged, similarly the first and the second one will also not be operating. Why? Because the circuit is open and hence there will be no flow of current. Okay, so this is the disadvantage number 3. So one of the use that we can see is the tuning lights or the Christmas light, whatever you say. This kind of lights are connected in series. That's why if one of the bulb or one of the point where the the current is passing through, if one of the point gets damaged, the entire wire, entire bulbs becomes useless. Okay, why? Because they are connected in series like this. Okay, let's say this particular first bulb of the entire set gets damaged, then there will be no flow of current throughout. That means if this gets damaged, the entire system will not work smoothly. So because of that, you may have noticed that this kind of lights gets damaged easily. All right, next we have the advantages of connecting the appliances in parallel. So those are the disadvantages of connecting in series. Then the advantages of connecting the appliances in parallel are: number 1, each appliance gets connected to the mains of 220 volts. Let's say I am talking about 220 volts over here, but this is a battery. I'm just showing you the example. Okay, you try to understand that if the bulb is there, okay, sorry, a battery is there which replaces the mains, that is 220 volt, then in a similar way, like the mains of AC 220 volt, the bulbs are connected in parallel. See, the potential difference in the two terminals is same. Okay, that is whatever is coming from the main source. Okay, for the second bulb also the potential difference remains the same. Okay, and the third bulb also has the same potential difference. That means the mains of, if it is the AC connection, AC source, then the mains will be 220 volts for the first one, for the second one, and the third one. So each appliances connected in parallel will get the same voltage throughout. And number 2 is each appliance works independently without being affected by the presence of the other appliance. Suppose if they are connected in parallel, and suppose if this bulb gets damaged, okay, this bulb gets damaged, even though this bulb gets damaged, there is no disturbance to the other two bulbs because they are getting the current and the circuit is not broken. Okay, the circuit is intact and the circuit for the second and the third bulb is properly functioning, and thus the two bulbs will function properly. If any of the bulbs gets broken up or gets damaged, then the remaining two or the remaining appliances will work smoothly, and this is the greatest advantage of the appliances which are connected in parallel. So each appliance works independently without being affected by the presence of other appliances. So these are the main advantages of the appliances which are connected in parallel. So let's look at the assignment that you people have. Is exercise 9A, page number 218, question number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Okay, so please do these questions. Thank you.